Hi, I'm Mark from Third Shot Sports, and today we're going to talk about pickleball.
Pickle what?
Pickleball?
Pickleball?
Pickleball.
What's pickleball?
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Pickleball is a racket sport that involves hitting a ball back and forth over a net, much like tennis or badminton. In this case, the players are playing singles. That is, 1 versus 1. Pickleball can also be played 2-on-2. This is called doubles. The rules and court size are the same as singles. Many people like to play doubles because there's a smaller territory they have to cover by themselves. It's also more social. But what about equipment? The pickleball is made of lightweight plastic and has holes in it. A pickleball paddle resembles an oversized ping-pong paddle. It's made of lightweight graphite or carbon fiber. So, now that you have a general sense of the game, let's find out how points can be won or lost. Like other racket sports, if your opponents hit the ball out of bounds, you earn a point.
Out.
Your opponents earn the point if you hit the ball in the net. You aren't allowed to touch the ball with your body, so if you get hit, that is, if you get hit by the ball, you lose the point.
Ow.
There are a few special rules in pickleball. Let's take a look. All points in pickleball begin with a serve. The serve must be hit from behind the baseline without a bounce. The serve must be an underhand motion, and the ball has to go diagonally across the court. The serve must also land more than 7 feet past the net. You'll see there's a line up near the net. That indicates the 7-foot mark. You can see here that the serve landed well beyond that line. So the serve would be considered good, and I would hit it back to begin the point. The first 2 shots of a pickleball point must be allowed to bounce. So you'll see that my opponent is letting the ball bounce after my serve. When he hits it back to me, I will also let it bounce. From this point on, we can hit it before or after a bounce. This is known as the 2-bounce rule. Hitting the ball before it bounces is known as volleying. You can only volley if you're standing at least 7 feet from the net. The white line here indicates that 7-foot mark. So if I'm going to play a volley, that is, hit it without a bounce, I have to be behind that line when I make contact. Here's an example. Here's an example of me breaking the rule. You can see I stepped inside the 7-foot line to play my volley. I would lose the point if I did this. Let's see some of these rules in action. Here you see the player in the far left corner preparing to serve. Remember, the serve must be diagonal and land past the 7-foot line. The returner lets the ball bounce before sending it back. The serving team allows it to bounce, therefore following the 2-bounce rule. The team on the near side is playing volleys, so they make sure they're standing behind the 7-foot line. The rally continues until one team hits the ball slightly too far and it lands out of bounds. The point is now over. So there you have it. That's your introduction to pickleball. One last thing we should talk about is scoring. Games are played to either 11 or 15 points, but watch out. You can only earn a point when you're the serving team. If you're serving and you go on to win the rally, great, you get a point. If not, your partner gets a chance to serve. If you go on to win the rally, great, there's another point. And if you lose that one, then the other team gets a chance to serve and earn points for themselves. It's a little tricky at first, but you'll get the hang of it. So there you go. That's your introduction to pickleball. It's a really fun social game to play, and it's relatively easy. I'd love to know what you think about this. Mark at thirdshotsports.com. Leave a comment below, or find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Thanks a lot for watching, and share this with your friends so they too know how to play pickleball.